Hey y'all, welcome back. Today is November 22nd, and we are on Stitch With Me number 21, right? Jeez, I just looked. 21, okay. We're working on Dragonkin. I need to get 200 stitches in on this for magical stitches for today's homework. Well, to finish off this week's homework. So we are going to be working right up and through here, trying to get all this color completed, and it's apparently going to be a lot of color changes. So hopefully this won't be too much of a pain in the tuchus, and we'll just see how this goes. I have a feeling this needle is going to be too thick. My name is Amy, and welcome to my world of random and crazy. Nope, that's way too thick of a needle. What was I using that for? 14 count Ada. That's what I was using it for. Where are my other needles? Let's try this again, shall we? Thank goodness I have needles everywhere. Okay. All right. Hopefully Linda's in focus. And everything's good. Let me get the admin-y stuff out of the way. So my nails today are Rustworthy, which you can see a little bit of difference. I was trying to show this on my video and you couldn't really see it there either, but there are two different colors on them. My ring keeps flipping. Hello. These are called Rustworthy. I ran out of Talk Turkey. I can't remember what this Thanksgiving little turkey was called. I ran out. I gave them all my Gidge boxes, which is totally cool, but I wanted to find something that was similar in color, so I went with Rustworthy. Coffee link is always down below. Thank you so much for those who are donating to help me kit up my Leilani from, I can't remember, Nora or Mira. I really should look that up and I should know the difference between the two, but I don't, and I'm sorry. And also my join button is down below. That has been so much fun, and I feel like I may be driving some of you crazy because I've been putting up a lot of start and finish photos, because yes, finishes, yay, so exciting. I'm finishing up little ornaments. So here's the thing. Next year, for Magical Stitches, we have to have a whip album. And I've never done a whip album before, but I don't want to have to put in 52 small ornaments. Because last year, for those of you who may not have been with me or may have forgotten because I didn't follow through, I had said that I wanted to do an ornament a week to make up for the because I got this grand idea that I wanted to do an ornament per year that my kids were alive. I have an 18-year-old, a 17-year-old who's soon to be 18 in February, a 12-year-old, and a 10-year-old. At the time, I needed like 53 ornaments to get caught up with the ages that they were then. Obviously, I'm still super behind because I didn't finish any of them, and I don't even think I did an ornament a week. But I don't want to have to carry these ornaments into the whip wheel next year if I don't have to. So I'm trying to do bare minimum, which is hard for me because I don't typically switch my projects out very often. So like for this one, for example, I'm supposed to do 200 stitches on this one. Well, I'll probably stitch on this all day. And so obviously I'm going to get over 200 stitches because I do more than 200 stitches per day because I'm lucky enough to do that. I will typically leave this here and work on it until I'm done for the day, and then tomorrow I'll switch out my new project to whatever prompt I have to switch it to, which has been working well, except now we have this whip album, and I do not, like I said, want to carry these ornaments. Are we in focus? Linda, please tell me we're in focus. I don't want to have to carry them, so I'm doing 200 stitches on this. And as soon as I've passed the 200 stitches, I will stop and jump back over to doing more ornaments. I finished 5 this week. I think I finished 3 last week. Pretty sure. And so I'm not looking to get the bigger projects finished because that's not going to happen. But I'm hoping to get smaller projects. This week's prompt is awesome because they've taken into consideration that, you know, in the United States, Thanksgiving is on Thursday, and a lot of us are doing we do a lot of meal prep and baking and all of that stuff for this holiday and tons of food, and I'm super excited because it is one of my favorite holidays. All of my favorite meals show up on this day. Let's face it, my favorite desserts show up on this day. So I'm super excited. It'll be the first time that we've had like dinner at home. I mean, we did do a dinner last year, like a second Thanksgiving. But it was more or less because we wanted the leftovers. Is that bad? Does anybody else do that? Do you cook a second Thanksgiving just so you can have leftovers? Because see, what we do is we typically go over to the aunt and uncle's house, and they keep leftovers, which is totally genius on their part. Except for like pies and stuff, because they're really health conscious, so they don't keep like a lot of the junky foods, but they keep all the good stuff, right? The turkey and the ham and all the stuff that's great on a cold cut the next day. And I miss having leftovers. So last year we had decided we were going to do a mini Thanksgiving and just do what we would like for leftover portions type stuff. So this year we're doing a full-blown Thanksgiving. The baking, the all the sides, the ham, the turkey, because I have one kid who doesn't like turkey and the other kid who doesn't like ham. And the hubby and I like both, so we just went for it. Because that's what you do, right? Good compromise. And those are going to make some excellent breakfast for the next few days and some awesome lunches for the next few days. And I am super excited. Because I am definitely one of those people that I will eat the leftovers until they're gone. That was the best tradition in our family household growing up, was that you didn't stop eating Thanksgiving dinner until it was all gone. Which is totally fine by me. Alright, so we got in a whopping 19 stitches on that color, and we're already done with it, which is fine. I had a feeling it was going to be like this, and it's okay. We're just going to keep going. I do have to say that we recorded last night our very first Universal Yums box. So for those of you who are in the tier where you get the random videos, that will be coming out, I think, later today. I'm hoping, because that's what the hubby and I said was on schedule, so we'll see. I know he edited. I was told that I'm not pronouncing my T well enough in order for that to not sound weird, which, Zakiya, you're not wrong. That word does not roll off my tongue very easily because I was not pronouncing my T's, which is really weird because I'm pretty good at enunciating my words. Kind of helps that I grew up with a hard of hearing father who needed me to enunciate everything I said. But okay, I'm just gonna pop this guy off because this is all, I have it in a big old binder. So yeah, we did our first Universal Yums. Now, my kids Jonah is kind of growing out of it, which I'm super impressed by because he was my pickiest kid out of all of them. Scarlett is turning into my pickiest kid. And like, she's to the point where if she looks at something and knows that there's like a sauce on it, she won't even try it. She automatically assumes she doesn't like it. She is not a sauce or bread fan. Like, she likes garlic bread, but she's not a big fan of like regular, cold turkey sandwiches, or she likes garlic nut. Maybe she's just a garlic kid. She likes garlic. But yeah, she's never been a real big fan of bread. Like Hawaiian rolls, not her jam. Which I find very odd because Hawaiian rolls, in my opinion, are freaking delicious. And they are a staple at our Thanksgiving dinners. We have Hawaiian rolls every year. But she's never been a big fan of bread. She's not a big fan of sauce. We just gotten her to open her mind up a little bit to try ranch, and she loves it. She's not a big ketchup mustard person at all. So we were a little nervous, and we told them, listen, we're going to do this Universal Yums thing, and I'm all cool with you getting recorded and being put up on my channel. However, if you're going to try it, you got to try everything. Don't turn your nose up to it. Just give it a go. Just try it. We're all taking like single bites out of stuff. We cut stuff up, and it was so much fun. And I have a feeling that and what you see in the video is pretty much us. We are way tame compared to how we normally are in this video. And I have a feeling as time goes on, and we will be doing these once a month as part of the randoms, that as time goes on, you're going to see more and more of everybody's personality pop out. My husband's personality was totally there. Like I've said before, he is A-okay with being in front of a camera. He has no... My daughter does too, now that I think about it. Scarlett is very okay in front of a camera. Does not bother her at all. She's been dying to do her own YouTube channel for I don't know what. But she loves the idea of being on YouTube. And we've had to sit down and talk and explain to her, listen, this is not, you're not doing this by yourself. Like, you're doing this with me. You're doing this on not necessarily a secured platform, but a more secure platform. Like, I know, and I've talked to most of the people who are watching, and I'm a little more comfortable with her being on a platform that I feel she's a little more safe on, if that makes sense. So my son is totally like me. He clams up. He's like a roly-poly. When he gets scared, he rolls up into a ball and is like, nope, I'm out. I'm done. I quit. I don't want to do this. But he did really well. And we let him be the Vanna White of everything. He got to show everyone what the packages look like, and it was very, very interesting. Our first country was Italy. And so we're kind of curious as to what's coming up next month, but we're trying not to do any spoilers. So we don't go to the websites. I've already told the kids that they're not allowed to look it up on the YouTube to see what other people are getting. I have to stop watching Carla, who is Carla Being Crafty, because she does them too. She's actually where we were like, oh, that's a really good idea. I kind of like this. So I have to stop watching hers because I don't want to get spoiled. I'll watch everything else on her channel, but I just won't watch that one video, and that's okay. But it was a lot of fun. Did I just screw this up? No, I'm right there. Okay, let me highlight because my eyeballs just did me in and I just got confused. Okay, there we go. So not those, that one. Okay, good. So yeah, I'm hoping, I think it was like a 45-minute video of reading all the things and testing all the things and giggling and laughing and facial expressions, and I really hope that those of you who get to see it enjoy it. And I'm just, again, I get so nervous thinking about what am I going to do for these randoms. And I think this week it was more of a I just need to talk to my peeps type of week. So it was like late at night. I look like a hot mess. You could definitely tell I was getting ready to go to bed. And I just took a few minutes just to chat about whatever was going on in my mind, what I was thinking, things that I was feeling, all that sort of stuff. And I'm so glad that, not only am I glad, but I'm super grateful that you guys have given me a safe space that, like, hey, it is totally okay to be yourself. Like, it's fine. We truly enjoy who you are as a person and just enjoy hanging out with you. And I think the biggest compliment I receive is when people tell me, hey, I love watching your videos because it feels like I'm hanging out with a friend. I can't even begin to tell you how, like, that makes my heart so happy. Because that's exactly the platform I want. I want it to feel like we're just sitting down, chit-chatting, BSing about whatever, and just stitching and having a good time. Or knitting. Or just, you know, whatever it is that you're working on. If you're doing dishes or doing the laundry or whatever, like, it's a time where you get to hang out with a friend of yours that understands your craziness and obsession over this amazing hobby that we all have, and we just get to hang out. Because I don't get that in real life. Like, I'm just saying. I live in Arizona, and yes, I'm well aware that there are a lot of people who live out here in Arizona, but the distance from where they live to where I live and the nerves it would take for me to meet them is way outside my comfort zone right now. So, because I thought about going to McKenna, who is stitching in sequins. She's also amazing. And she did a retreat. Was it earlier this year? This year felt like it's drug on for so long, y'all. I don't even remember what year we're in anymore. Oh, no, wait. It's 2020. I can't remember anything. I don't remember. Was it earlier this year or was it last year? I don't remember. Anyways, I told the hubby about it and he was like, babe, why don't you just go? And I'm like, no. Like, the thought of it, I stopped breathing. Do you have any idea who's going to be there? I would have to meet people that I would fangirl over and look like an idiot in front of. I need to just rein this back just a minute. So I want to say that retreats are not my jam, but obviously I will never say never. The nerves are real. And so, like I said, to know that I have people who are like, man, I totally hear you. I get you. I know what that feels like. I understand. Thank you for not letting me feel like I'm not alone, because you're not. You're not alone in those weird random feelings of, okay, I just totally squealed because you made a comment on my video and I think you're super cool. Or like I've had a couple of people go, oh my gosh, did you totally just shout me out? Heck yeah, I did. Heck yeah, I did. And we were talking about, I was joining Nicole, who's Darvana Lee Designs, in one of her live streams a while back. And when I say a while back, I mean it was all like a whopping week, 2 weeks ago. And we were talking about different quotes that, like, our family members used to say. Am I still in frame? Where am I? Oh, sorry. If I just squish this down just a little, adjusting camera. Please don't get sick. Okay. I might end up going out of frame a little bit, but Gail Phillips is like, she's another person who I'm adopting as family, and she just doesn't know it, and that's okay, because she'll find out if she hasn't already by watching one of my videos. I freaking love her. She is just like the coolest. I don't give a rat's bottom. Love me for me or leave me, because I don't, it's fine. Like, my feelings aren't going to be hurt. It's totally okay. And like, I grew up with the I need everyone to like me feeling. I want everyone to be happy, and I want people to enjoy being my friend, and I want people to like me. But it wasn't really for me, if that makes sense. It was, what do I need to do to make you happy, to make you like me? And obviously growing up, now I've realized that's just not the life I want to live. And it's hard because, you know, my teenage girls are going through that, and I get it. I totally understand it. But I think, and I don't think it's necessarily a girl thing, but I think that, like, for some reason, we as women, we put it on ourselves that it's our job to make everyone else happy. It's our job to apologize for things that we have no idea why we're apologizing. We're just apologizing because it sounded like an I'm sorry was necessary in the moment. And, like, my daughter does that a lot. Oh, shoot, I missed one. That's okay. I'll get that next time. My daughter does that a lot, and she's 10, and I'm like, why are you sorry, though? Why are you saying I'm sorry? And she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, if you don't know why you're saying I'm sorry, don't say it. Like, it's okay to not be sorry. It's okay to, you know, if your friend did something wrong to another friend of yours, you have no reason to apologize for that friend. You can apologize to your friend and be like, man, I'm so sorry that that happened to you. But don't apologize for the friend who made the mistake. Do you know what I mean? And that's, like, I think one of the toughest things that I've had to teach my girls. And, like, my oldest daughter is, she wants people to like her, but she doesn't really care. And my next oldest daughter is the type of person who is a major people pleaser, and, like, if people don't like her, she will dwell on that. What do I need to do to make you like me? Type thing. And I don't want that for my girls. And I just feel like we as women, and I'm sure men do it too. Like, I'm not saying that men are not capable or don't do this on the regular basis. I just don't think men are as vocal about it, maybe. But we apologize for everything. I don't even know. How the heck did we get onto this topic? I have no idea. How did we even get here? What happened? I don't know. I have can't remember. So, trying to teach my kid that, like, you know what? It's okay to apologize for someone else, but don't always do it. Like, it's not necessary. It's not your responsibility to apologize for everyone else in the world. And so, see, and I had a whole train of thought there, but now I can't remember why I was there or where I was going with all that. That I can't. Linda, you are all out of focus, dear. You're like, I don't know what's happening. We were on a whole track. It was a good topic. I don't remember what I was talking about. There was a whole point to that. If anyone can remember the point, let me know, and then we'll get back on it, because I can't remember what it is. Shoot. I'm sorry. See? There's apology. But I actually am sorry that I can't keep a train of thought, ever. Save my life. Could you imagine how different my videos would be if I could actually stay on track of one topic? Oh, that's a weird thought. Not only would that be weird, but for me, I think that would be, like, awkward. Like, if I only talk about one subject, what the heck else do I talk about throughout the rest of the video? There's a thought. Things that make you go, right? Yeah, my brain just totally fizzled out. I really can't remember why we got onto that subject. And even when editing this video, I'm like, oh, that's what we were talking about. And then we get to the point where I'm like, I don't remember what we were talking about. I'm like, dude, I feel you. I don't remember what you were talking about either. So, it's not like I can edit it in. I'm working on that word. I'm working on it. To, like, say, okay, this is where I was going with all of that, because even when watching it, I'm not going to remember. Okay, so back on to other things. We did the unbox, which is super fun. We're looking forward to it, everyone. My husband was totally, he's like, okay, so we did this one. How long do we have to wait till the next one? I'm like, we have to wait a month. And he's like, we have to wait a whole month for this? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, that sucks. But the kids had a good time doing it. My son, I think he's gonna warm up a little bit. I could tell he was like a little, because I did watch the video back, and I could tell he was like super, where's the camera? Like his eyes were on the camera. Whereas Scarlett, I'm actually impressed because she's usually my ham who's all over the camera, was more focused on what we were reading and learning about. And my husband was just being his adorable little self. Like that's just who he is. He's a goofball and he's a smart aleck. And so am I. And so are my kids. So it works out great, really. We're all kind of smart alecky together. So I don't know. Again, I say this, I feel like I say this constantly, but shoot and shinola, I totally just now remembered what I was supposed to talk about in the floss tubes that I did not talk about. So I will talk about it here. And those of you who watch my Stitch With Me and the floss tube will get a little extra, I guess. Because I know not everyone watches the Stitch With Me. I have to make a mental note to make a note to talk about this in my next video. Because it is very important to me. We were talking about how I appreciate the fact that a lot of you have shared your stories with me. And, you know, I had someone tell me that, you know, you always say that you just ramble in your videos, and what you don't realize is that you're actually helping someone get through something that you don't even know that they're going through. And when I got that message this week, it you know, because you don't know who you've helped, or like something you said may have struck a chord with somebody, or something you did may have been something that someone needed to have, you know, restoration in humanity. And to you, it was a very simple, this is just who I am and this is what I do type thing. But to somebody else, it may have made all the difference in their day. And we don't know unless we're told, right? So I know I have a lot of mentors. One of my biggest mentors was my old boss, and he still is a mentor to me today. Some of the things that he used to say to me when I was younger, because I've known this man since I was 16. He walked me down the aisle when I married my husband. Like this man is a huge, huge part of my heart, and he knows of it, but I don't think he understands the extent of it. Does that make sense at all? And I've told him time and time again, like, how much he means to me. But to truly understand how you can make a difference in someone's life without, and I mean, all he was doing was being my boss. With, you know, I mean, we had like, not necessarily a friendship because we didn't hang out outside of work or anything like that, but we did talk everyday life at work sometimes. You know, we'd be taking in a truck and we would, hey, how's, you know, home life? How's things going on? You know, and it wasn't always like that. When we first started working together, I absolutely hated that man. I despised him. Could not stand him. And it ended up, after 7 years of working together, blooming into this, like, what I would consider a beautiful friendship. And at the time, he was like, no, I'm just your boss. I'm not your friend. We don't hang out, you know. And he never talks about personal life. He still has a hard time talking about personal life. But anyways, but he didn't know how much he meant to me as a mentor until I asked him to walk me down the aisle. And he was like, why would you want me to do that? I'm not your father. I'm not, you know, a brother. I'm not family related. And I'm like, no, but you are the one person who has made such a major impact in my life that I need you to know what I know and how I feel about it. And because it was a whole kerfuffle as to why, like, my dad couldn't walk me down the aisle, and it was a whole big deal and all this other, anyways, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But he was like, well, what about your dad? And I'm like, don't worry about him. You know, we're having issues right now. He doesn't want to do it. So I need to find someone last minute. And of course, not that I'm saying you're the last, you know, I wasn't trying to be rude and be like, well, last minute, random emergency, you're the first person I thought of. But he was the first person I thought of when my father told me that he was not willing to walk me down the aisle. He was the first person that I was like, okay, if I have to have anyone else in the world do this for me, who would it be? And he was the first person who came to mind. And so I think that people are so quick to say negative things. You know, if you want to look something up because you want to purchase it and you're curious about it, the first thing you're going to see is a lot of complaints, right? What issues everyone had with the product. And I think it's kind of the same way with people. We are so quick to complain, and I'm not saying we as in like I'm singling anyone out. I mean like we as a collective human race. We are so quick to point out negative things, and we always remember to comment on the negative things. But when's the last time we gave a good review about something? Like, and I'm not meaning like, because in the floss tube world, from what I've seen, positive comments are flowing. Like, they're everywhere. Somebody opens up a new Etsy store, like Sylvia, my friend Sylvia, we are all over that. We are so excited for her. We are so pumped for her. And it's not like anyone's going, oh, well, she's taking away, you know, my business because she's, no, heck no. We're all promoting and we're all helping each other out. Like people who make bags, right? There are people who make bags who buy other people's bags because we just support each other. And I love that about our community. But just in general, we are so quick to jump to the negative. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Oh, geez, this whole, it's gonna be random, y'all. It's gonna be a random one. But I think we are so quick to jump to the negative or to report the negative that we forget about the positive things. To tell people that, you know what, that one comment you made that one day on that one video truly struck a chord with me. And it struck a chord with me because of blah, 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 right? Or, like, shoot, I have to figure out where I'm at. This could be bad. Where was I? This one's 2. Here's 3. I see that. Whoop. And is this in the wrong spot? Don't freak out. Nobody freak out. Everything's fine. I just got to figure out where I'm at. I feel like, are those the ones I just stitched? What the heck did I just stitch? See, this is the problem. This is how I screwed up my sock. Just saying. Okay, so let's start back at the beginning. This huge gap is here. No, where's this pink one? Okay, this is the reason, and here's the reason why I love Pattern Keeper, is because it shows me what color I'm working on. Okay, so I can kind of look and compare by color. I see this one. So this one. Holy cheese and jabbers, how did I mess this up? I don't think I messed up. I lost my place. Where am I at is the problem. Okay, so I have to do, if I highlight this one, does that make a difference? No. This is real life stitching, people. This is what it's like to stitch. I'm so sorry. I don't know where I'm at. Here we go with the apologies again. I almost did it again. Please hold. I swear I will get my life together. I feel like this is way up here though. Okay, so if I go here and I go straight down, that one should be highlighted. Okay. Highlight this one and highlight this one. All right. Okay. I think I'm gaining traction here. I think what happened was I moved my screen when I was trying to highlight, and that's what messed me up. Okay. So those are those. And I need to go here. Whew. Okay. We got it. Oh, where was it? Shoot. Is it here? Yes. That got a little scary. Okay. We're good. We're good. On track. What were we talking about? Shoot. I frazzled myself out. Okay, we were talking about how, you know, sometimes somebody will say something that will strike a chord with you, but then we don't let that person know that, hey, you know what, when you said that, that really meant something to me, and I appreciate that. I'm bad at it too. I totally am. But this week I've literally just been re-humbled, if that's even a word that I can use. But I am completely humbled and amazed that someone like me can make a difference in someone else's life. Here I am, I'm just a random crazy girl who's overly obsessed about cross stitch, and I'm nobody special. Like, let's be real. I'm nobody special. I'm just me. Like, I'm the plain Jane girl from next door that sits quietly and minds her business. And every once in a while, I will get this message that's like, you say that all you do is ramble, but what you're really doing is helping someone. So, I was told by two lovely people who were like, hey, congratulations on hitting 2K. Now, let me tell you that in the beginning of my YouTube journey, numbers meant something to me. They meant more than what they should have. I gave them way too much power. And I felt like, oh, I'm only sitting at 642 or however many it was subscribers. I'm not good enough to do this. I'm not interesting enough. Nobody likes me. Like, that's how I took it way back. And in joining the FlossTube community, I told myself, numbers are not going to be a thing. I'm not going to focus on them. I'm not going to worry about thumbs up, thumbs down. Like, those are all things that, you know, obviously I appreciate that my numbers have gone up, and I appreciate those who have taken the time to watch the video, to put a thumbs up or thumbs down. I mean, if there's something you didn't like, you are more than entitled to your opinion, always. But the numbers, I had no idea that I was even close. Because like I said, I try really hard not to pay attention to them because it's not personal. And I know it's not personal. But in a way, it could be looked at as personal, right? Because we look at that and go, oh, well, I'm not gaining any subscribers. That must mean nobody likes me. Nobody wants to hang out. My videos aren't good enough. And we start, and I say we as in, like, I know I'm not alone in this. I'm not saying that people have talked about it, but I can't be the only one who's ever thought or felt this way. Where I'm sitting here going, you know, my numbers aren't growing. I must not be good. I need to drop out and just say goodbye to FlossTube, blah, blah, blah. You know, that sort of stuff. Which, I'm not going to lie, I totally did that in the past. You know, if you have ever taken the time to actually look at my channel, you can see all the different journeys that I tried. I tried really hard to be good at 50 million different things and realized that because I was trying to force myself to be good enough for others, I never really enjoyed them. This, I went in with a totally different perspective and was like, you know what? I'm doing this for me. This journey is for me. It is to document, you know, how long did it really take you to finish that big old project? And making friends was just the bonus. And to know that I somehow, miraculously, by the grace of you all, I've passed 2,000 subscribers. So if you've hung around half an hour in, I'm just going to let you know, there is a giveaway coming. The hubby and I have talked about it. We plan on doing a 2K giveaway, but I'm going to wait until after the holidays. And I know that's kind of I think it's kind of a jerkish move. Can I squeeze in there? No, I can't. Okay, I was going to try. I was going to try to stitch under the Q-snap. I can't make it. It's fine. Get these last two stitches the next time I have to come back to this color. But that doesn't feel very secure. Let's try that again. There we go. I am going to wait until after the holidays. It'll give us time as a collective family to decide what we're going to give away. And I know that anything that has to get mailed anywhere over these next 30 to 40 days is going to be nuts, right? And we're all already having issues with shipping and receiving things getting lost in the mail. The whole nine. I actually have a coffee with me today. I usually don't have my iced coffee, but I also did just do my FlossTube before this video. We're going to hold off until after the holidays just so I can, not that I can guarantee that you'll get it, but I have a better chance of it getting to you in a timely manner. We're also planning on doing, you know, United States only, domestic and international only. So although the prizes will be different, I know that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Does that make sense? Because some of the things that I plan on doing for United States only, because I honestly, we can't afford to do the shipping outside of states right now because shipping is just crazy. Like, why is it so expensive? I don't understand this. I mean, it is what it is. I just don't understand why it has to, you know, cost $20-something to send something somewhere. But, sorry, had to grab my next floss. So I'm going to have certain things that are for international only, which will probably be, you know, a PDF or a gift card, so you can choose what you'd like. And then for US only, it's going to be stuff that I'm going to mail to you. Again, we're not exactly sure exactly how we plan on doing this. I'm still in shock and awe that, number one, I touched anybody. Like that, the beginning of the whole thing 7 years ago was I was in a major depression. I just lost my job, not because I lost my job. It was because I was in a car accident and lost my job. I was told I could no longer work. And that was devastating. Like, absolutely devastating. And it made me feel completely worthless. Like, I'm no longer supporting my family. I'm no longer financially helping. I'm completely worthless is how I felt. And every now and then, I still have those moments where I feel like, well, shoot. And what exactly do you do to help the family out again? Because, worthless. So, and I know we've had these conversations before, and you all have popped out of like the woodworks to be like, hey, I'm going to raise my hand because I know exactly what you mean. And we all understand that we're not worthless. It's just having that moment of, and what did you do today? What did you do to help? You know what I mean? Because some days are fantastic and some days are just crap. And I think if I've learned anything throughout this year, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, I can't wait for 2020 to be over. This year was horrible. I'm trying not to look at it as such a negative light. Because yes, there were a lot of crappy, I'm just going to flat out say it, there were a lot of shitty moments this year. A lot. But I'm going to take 2020 as a learning year. It's the year that like my eyes really opened and made me realize things outside of myself. And things that had to do a lot with myself, of things that I personally need to work on and need to learn and understand that, you know, using this term is not okay. It's you know, it's a term that was once used, but does not need to be used in today's language. There are a lot of things that, and I'm so grateful that I have friends that I can be like, listen, I'm a total idiot and I'm ignorant because I don't understand and I don't know what this means. Could you explain? I'm all for learning. And it may make me look stupid. And I'm okay with that because at least at the end of the day, I'm still trying to learn something new. So for me, 2020, as it's coming to a close, is the year of what did I learn? What did I learn from all of this? Here's a few things that I learned and a few things that I am grateful for because Thanksgiving is upon us for those of us in the States. And I am totally grateful that my husband no longer works at Walgreens. He moved out of Walgreens 2 years ago, thank goodness, because my lovely sister-in-law was like, hey, I know you're looking to get out of retail. We're looking at hiring people. He now works for CVS in the corporate aspect of things. So he works for, what is it called? CVS Caremark, I think it's called. And because his job is a lot of computer work, he's been allowed to stay at home. He's been home since March. And I am so grateful for that. I am so grateful that my kids are able to do homeschooling. I know that some of you just went, what? No, really, I am. Because we could totally be in a different situation, a situation we used to be in, where we both had to work. And not having my kids in school was not an option. It just wasn't an option. And it is today. I'm grateful for the fact that I have gained so many friends. Whether it's long distance and we'll never meet in real life because it's long distance, because let's face it, I have met some of you amazing people who are from Germany and the Netherlands and the UK. And I mean, you're all over. You're all over. And as much as I would love to visit every single one of those places and have you be my tour guide, which, trust me, is a dream. Like, if money was not an issue, we would totally be traveling. I mean, obviously not right now because, you know, pandemic, but that would definitely be in the cards. To know that I have this many friends who are like, you're insane for wanting to start that many things next year, but I'm so here for it. Because some people get bashed on. And although I don't understand that aspect of why, I don't understand why. I'm grateful that I have people who are very, very supportive and who are like, you are absolutely insane, and are, you know, they feel safe enough with me to tell me, dude, you're crazy. Like, do you understand what you're getting ready to do to yourself? I have no idea how you're going to do it. I would never do something like that, but hey, I am totally here to support you. Like, absolutely, totally 110% here to support you. That's amazing. That is so amazing that we can stitch on so many different types of things. Because I know a lot of people who I watch, they would never look at a Haid. Full coverage, not their jam. And that is perfectly fine. And yet, because I just love them so much as a person, I still hang out with them. I know a lot of you, not full coverage people. And that's perfectly okay. But you like me enough to stay and hang around. That is amazing. It is still so mind-boggling to me that it just, wow, that technology allows us to do this. That we get to hang out with each other whenever we hang out. Because Zoom is an option. Facebook, whatever that's called, Facebook Messenger chat or whatever. My friend Kimmy and I use it all the time. Those are options. Like, my mom and I used to use it all the time because I couldn't always be with her when she, would have a doctor stop by. Or whatever reason. Like, her and I were constantly on the Facebook Messenger chat. Always. And we would talk, we would talk about what she was eating. We would talk about, what are my plans for the day? How are the kids doing? My mom was always able to see what we were doing at all times. So I don't think she ever really felt lonely. I mean, it's different when you don't have the human touch, right? But she was never lonely because we never let her be lonely. It is amazing what we can do with technology. It is amazing, and I am so grateful that, like, regardless of how rambly or random or crazy I get, somebody else raises their hand and is like, nope, I gotcha. So even though I'm sitting here and I'm looking at these numbers and I'm going, a part of me is going, why? How did this even happen? Why? How did this even happen? Like, who am I to be lucky enough to have this many friends? Who am I to be able to say, hey, I'm doing a 2K giveaway because I've surpassed 2,000 people? Never, ever, ever in the journey of everything that I've done did I ever think that I would be here. Again, I have no idea. And if you are still listening at 42 minutes, we have no idea exactly what the game plan is. Not a clue. But it is coming, and I can promise that it's coming. And what a fantastic way to start 2021. I'm going to be doing a 2K giveaway. It's still so mind-boggling to me. And it takes my breath away because I'm just like, me? Really? The person who can't keep a single thought together? Person who's always like a basket case, not like so much emotionally, but like I can't get anything together ever. Like, I'm always a hot mess. And I love Bobby's expression, which hers is Hot Mess Express. And I just feel like I need to tattoo that somewhere on me because that's exactly what I am. I'm a Hot Mess Express, and my train just keeps rolling. And a lot of times it leaves without me. Like, I don't even know it's gone. But I just want to say I am so, so grateful to each and every one of you. You all are just such amazing people. Amazing people. And it's not just me who's grateful for all of you. My family is grateful. Because you guys give me a place to, like, okay, this is outside. These are conversations and people that I talk to. Not so much on a regular basis, but I try to comment when you guys comment. And have conversations, and I consider you all my peeps. Like, my kids have their friends from school, my husband has his workmates. I have you guys. So for the longest time, it was like, I felt like I had nobody. Because, well, I wasn't going to work anymore. I didn't have anyone outside the home. And I have you all to share, goodness gracious knows, whatever it is that I'm getting into. And so a huge, huge thank you and shout out to every single one of you who have stuck with me, whether it was from the beginning or you just found me, or God bless you for the ones who are like, I just found you, but I'm going all the way back to the beginning and I'm rewatching like all the floss tubes. That is a whole lot of me. That is a whole lot of me to be hanging out with. I'm just saying. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. We got in a total of 126 stitches, which I don't think was too bad considering I got majorly lost in here somewhere. But if you do celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope that you and your family are able to celebrate in some way, whether it's through Zoom, which is what we plan on doing with our family. Or if if you just need someone to chit chat with or something, I'm on Instagram. I chat all the time throughout the comments. You're more than welcome to, if you need an ear, I gotcha. I hear you. I see you. And I'm just, again, wow, I'm so grateful for this little community and this little collective get together that we have here. You guys are amazing. Thank you so, so much. On that note, I'm going to bid you adieu, say farewell, stay random, and don't kiss your projects. I'll see y'all next time. Bye!